Welcome in, hockey fans. Welcome in to Patterson Ice Center. A Friday night high school matchup between the home team, East Grand Rapids Pioneers, and the visiting Caledonia Fighting Scots. It's senior night for East Grand Rapids, so warm-ups have just concluded. We will cover all the ceremonies here as the Pioneers celebrate and honor their seniors. So I'm going to come off mic. You can just listen to the loudspeaker. Hopefully it comes through okay for everybody out there. After that's done, we'll get this highly anticipated matchup underway. Pushing out data. Yeah. It just takes a while to catch up, I think, the status of it.
Hello. Hello. Matt Over there? Over here. Okay.
Do you want to
Yeah.
run it? Okay,
Yeah.
go for it. I think they're just going to come out on the ice.
Okay.
I don't know, they're probably going to walk over here if they're trying. So I would try to capture them coming off the bench.
Good evening. Welcome to Patterson Ice Center as your East Grand Rapids Pioneers take on the Caledonia Scots. Before tonight's matchup, we have the honor and privilege to recognize the senior student athletes on this year's East Grand Rapids hockey team. Tonight we have so many to thank, but wanted to name a few. The East Grand Rapids Administration and Athletic Department, the EGR hockey coaching staff, the EGR team boosters, the EGR hockey board, parents, family, friends, and community supporters. And a huge shout out to the student. Most of all, we want to thank each of these seniors. And without further ado, let's start to introduce them. Number 21, Alex Barnes. Greeting his parents, Kathy and Max. Alex first asked to play hockey at the age of 3. After learning skate and a few years off, he came to play Graha, cross ice, and rights. Alex continued with 5 years of AA travel for the GR Blades and then the Rockford Rams. Alex was able to play in the Little Caesars Amateur Hockey League Championships, 4 of them. Alex joined EGR Hockey his junior year and recalls winning the regional championship. Give your best effort and have fun, and don't take anything for granted and go by fast. Alex thanks his parents for always supporting him and for their time commitment all these years. Alex also wants to thank his coaches for helping him all these years and helping him become who he is as a player and person he is today. Alex also plays varsity soccer for EGR and will attend college in the fall to study engineering. Next up, number 7, Bryce Johnson. Greeting his mom and dad, Leanne and Chris. Bryce began his skating career at the age of 2 in the backyard hockey rink in Elmhurst, Illinois. He went to play on for the Admirals Hockey Club in Glen Ellen, Illinois before moving to McLean, Virginia at the age of 5 years, where he skated for Caps Academy, for the Little Caps and Academy Extreme until moving to EGR, where he played for Fox Motors. Bryce joined the EGR Pioneers his sophomore year and loves to play for the community. Bryce enjoys playing for school, hanging with his teammates at hotels and locker room before games. Preparation, opportunity, performance equals success. Thanks, Coach Newts. Bryce thanks his parents and brother for the encouragement and the guidance before and after each game, from all the meals to rides and all the details, big and small, supporting every step of the way. A special thank you to Coach Brandon Bird, Reels, Bjornson, and all the EGR hockey coaches. Newts and Grant, for your support is incredible. Bryce will attend college in the fall. Number 6, Ethan Ricker. Greeting his mom and dad, Heather and Brett. Ethan's love for hockey took root in street hockey with his dad and brother. His ice hockey career started in the learning skate program at the Grand Rapids Griffins, where he played for 3 years before joining the Grand Rapids Blades AA travel team. Ethan was fortunate to join the EGR varsity hockey team his freshman year. Ethan's favorite hockey memory is the state championship as a sophomore. The atmosphere was like nothing I had never experienced before. Ethan wants the younger players to work hard, enjoy the home games, cherish the time with your teammates, and prioritize sleep. Ethan thanks his parents and grandparents for their unwavering support and for coming to all the games. In addition, he wants to thank the entire EGR coaching staff, especially Coach Newts, for the guidance and opportunity to play for East Grand Rapids. Ethan has played for 4 years of varsity soccer for EGR and plans to study business in college. Number 4, Jacob Gosens. Greeting his mom and dad, Hope and Ryan. Jacob started at Learn Skate in elementary school. He moved on to Graha travel teams and then Hawks for a year in which he won the Little Caesars Amateur Hockey League Championship. As a sophomore, Jake joined EGR Pioneers Hockey and claims it is his favorite sport. Jake plays football, hockey, and lacrosse. Jacob loves the atmosphere and energy of the stew and being able to play the game with his friends. Even though the road trips are long and end up in obscure destination, Jake loves being with his teammates. During districts in 2025, Jacob scored an amazing goal and was able to skate to the glass where his dad always stands and watches to celebrate. If it wasn't for his dad encouraging him along the way, Jacob would not have continued skating. Jake wants to acknowledge his family and friends for always cheering him on when he is down, spending countless hours in the freezing rinks and watching the games. Lastly, a huge thanks to all the coaches who have encouraged him and helped him grow as a player and person. Jacob will attend college in the fall and pursue a degree in business. Number 13, Hayden Gosens. Greeting his parents, Hope and Ryan. Hayden started skating for EGR hockey as a freshman. He developed as a groundhouse player prior to that. Hayden loves the memory of the state finals as a freshman and sophomore. He loves playing with his brother Jake and the memories they have made together. Hayden wants to thank his mom for coming to almost every game, feeding him all the time, and giving him whatever he needs. He wants to thank his dad for always pushing him to be the best he can be on and off the ice. Hayden wants to thank his coaches over the Coach Grant for developing him as a defender. Work when nobody is looking. Caden to college in the fall, he's focused on business.
It's going good. And then we also got to go skate for 24 hours.
You've done that before. You've gone like.
My dad is a hotel. So we can go there and play some shows.
Good dad. I used to take Evan and I would sit in the tires.
During the day.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. They're going to clean the ice before the start of the game, about 11 minutes or so.
now starting for your East Grand Rapids Pioneers. On defense, number 6, Ethan Breaker. And his team partner tonight, number 13, Kaden Goosen. And at center, on front, number 21, Alex Farr. On his way, number 4, Jake Gosen. The other way, number 7, Bryce Bjornson. And in goal, number 20, Charles Finch. Please stand and remove your hats for the national anthem.
All right, welcome in. Welcome back, everybody. Nice senior night celebration by the East Grand Rapids Pioneers. And player intro starting for tonight: Ethan DeSilva, Harmon Esch, William Mikkelsen on the forward side. On defense, Aiden Nitel and Gabe Supak. East Grand Rapids versus Caledonia, a OK Conference Rue Division matchup between two top teams historically. Last couple seasons, at least, highly contested games, 1-goal games, overtime. So we'll see what happens in the 2026 version. Play starts, neutral zone, Supak players it in deep. Charlie Finch, the goaltender, in for East Grand Rapids. Pioneers break it to the neutral zone. Chip past Supak. Pioneers bring it down low. Itel's there with a stick. Pioneers keep control. A shot in on Hogue, a save, and the rebound's cleared. Point man takes a shot. Hogue has to reach, but he gets the glove on it for the save and whistle. East Grand Rapids comes into tonight's matchup with an 8-7 record. 2 straight wins. Last win against the Grand Rapids Christian Eagles on, I believe, Wednesday, a 6-2 victory. And Forest Hills Northeastern, East Grand Rapids beating them here at Patterson last weekend by a score of 4-2. Faceoff goes into the wall. Cal gets control. Pass through some skates, but Supak able to collect. Pass through mid-ice. That's going to go all the way through for the icing whistle. Some players to watch on the East Grand Rapids side. Number 7, the senior, Bryce Bjornson, team leader in points with 16, 10 goals, 6 assists. Trevor Bird the sophomore, next on the list with 12 points, 5 goals, 7 assists. Evan Moore, the defender, sends it out. Picked up by the point, a shot saved by Hogue. Rebound near side. Played by the Pioneers behind the net after it's Drew Nichols. Pioneers get the loose puck from the corner. Pass out to the far point. Shot in on Hogue's deflected wide. Loose puck near side. And that's Ty Lewandowski with a stick on it. Back to Moore in the D zone. Cross ice pass to Landon Moore. Hits Drew Nichols in the middle. Lewandowski on the near side. Lewandowski's shot over the net. Rebound cleared by the Pioneers. Zach Veliska on defense applying some pressure. Pioneers move to the middle. A shot deflected into the back wall. Pioneers still with possession. Centers a pass, shot deflected by Veliska. Loose on the far side. Pioneers play it behind the net. Evan Moore near side after it. Pioneers there first. Put in the corner. Drew Nichols. Veliska. Moore again with a stick on it. Tries to send it through the air. Lewandowski gloved it down but couldn't clear. Pioneers center a pass, goes bouncing through to the far side. Bryce Mitchell off a shift change. Collects the loose puck into the corner up the wall. Keeps possession. Mitchell calmly moves it out of the zone as Cal gets some fresh legs on the ice. Mitchell takes it, pushes it into the corner. He gets taken off the puck. Chase Gorby after it there. Puck loosened up by the Pioneers. And they've got a 2-on-1 here. Pioneers pass into the middle. Puck goes wide. The arm goes up. And Caledonia will be whistled for the first penalty of the game. Into the penalty box. He's getting whistled for it. Whistled for it. Looks like Baltimore. Ryland. Oh no, actually, Ryland. Oh no, actually, right. Yeah, Ryland Baltimore going into the box. So East Grand Rapids sends their power play unit out. Bjornsson, Bird. Can't see the other numbers. We'll try to get the names out there in a second. On center for East Grand Rapids, Alex Barnes. For Caledonia on the penalty kill, Supak, Sova, Lewandowski, and Camden Quigley or Zach Veliska. One of the two over there. We'll see. That's Camden Quigley out on defense. Pioneers keep control in the zone. Sova takes it away and sends it length of the ice. Finch, the goaltender for ECR, settles it behind his net. Now broken out. Pass, chipped by Sova, then sent to the far side, loose and dumped in deep. Hogue sends it into the near wall. Itel's there. Point man, Brooks for ECR. A shot goes wide. Loose puck, far side wall. Point man collects. ECR on the power play here for another minute and a half. Chipped out of the zone by Supak. ECR takes possession. Pass in the middle, knocked down by Supak, loose for Sova. Sova, puck bounced just as he tried to dump it in, but he did dump it in off the goaltender and into the netting for the offensive zone draw. Caledonia coming into tonight's game with a 12-3-1 record. They are on a 9-game point streak. Next game a week from now, next Friday, back here at Patterson against Byron Center. Puck played out to neutral. Cal trying to settle it. Evan Moore. Pioneers chip around into the corner. Moore pressuring. Up the wall. Chipped by Lewandowski. Pioneers keep control. Pass into front. Deflected into Hogue. A save. Centering pass deflected. Held in by the point man. Near side point. Now far side. Face-off dot shot. Hogue covers for the whistle. .43 seconds left on the penalty kill. Lewandowski, Moore, Nichols, and Veliska. Pioneers win the draw, back to the far side point. Now chipped into the corner. Oh, that's Camden Quigley, not Veliska. Quigley sends it up the wall for Nichols. Puck goes loose to the point man. Carried to the middle, now to the near side. Runyon, the defender, trying to find some lane around Lewandowski. Now a shot from the top of the zone, loose. A rebound, Hogue with a second save. Centering pass off a skate and then cleared the length of the ice by Lewandowski. Sam Hogue, some crucial saves here early in the game, as East GR really has led the pressure game so far. Itel's backhand tried to go out of the zone with it, but it went into the bench instead. 3 seconds left on the Bultema hooking call. Mitchell's out with Gorby, Supak, and Quigley. Shot in from the point. Oh, deflected just wide. Gorby wraps around the wall for Supak. Supak far side, breaks it out. Supak through mid-ice. Supak now dumps it in low. Oh, Supak with a big hit at the wall. Gorby after the loose puck. Mitchell tries to hold it off. Bultema collects. Bultema shot save. Loose on the far wall. East GR clears the zone. Picked off by Itel. From the red line, dumps it in deep. And we'll get a whistle. Not sure. Oh, covered by Finch. Charlie Finch, the sophomore, I believe, with the East Grand Rapids Pioneers, a 2.52 goals against average, 86% save percentage. East Grand Rapids, I know, has 2 goaltenders that rotate fairly regularly. Quigley shot deflected. Mikkelsen couldn't hold it in. Comes out. Quigley back at the neutral zone. High off the glass. Off of Sova. Dumped back in by the Pioneers. Veliska off the wall. Quigley collects. Camden Quigley. Pass back for Veliska on the regroup. Veliska through the middle, deflected in by Sova. Played by the Pioneers. The outlet far side goes loose, neutral zone. Veliska off the wall for Mikkelsen. Gets it in the zone, Esch after it, chipped into the corner. Esch down low, off the side of the net. Finch pushes the puck, and the Pioneers have some room to break it out. Up into the air it goes. Glove down by Veliska and played by Quigley. Cross ice pass, played by the Pioneers. Back into the Caledonia zone it goes. Pioneers down low. A shot deflected up into the netting by the senior, Jake Goosens. 11:14 left in the first. A lot of pressure down here in the Cal defensive zone by the Pioneers. Nichols on the face-off. Lewandowski. Landon Moore. Supak and Itel. Itel clears the zone, gets it to Landon Moore on the break. Landon to the middle. He's got Lewandowski with him. Landon's backhand in on Finch and a save. And held for the whistle. Nichols on the offensive zone draw. Puck played to the far side. Pioneers out it. Chipped. Supak puts it back into neutral zone. Knocked down by Nichols. Drew Nichols drives it ahead. Over for Lewandowski. Into the wall. Loose for Nichols. A shot goes wide. Bouncing puck far side. Mitchell plays it in the corner. Pioneers break it out. Neutral zone. They've got a man. Itel's back. Supak's now back. Pioneers behind the net. Itel with a hit behind the net. Loosens the man up. Puck controlled by Nichols. Drew Nichols carries ahead. Tried to hit it. Mitchell on the fly. Mitchell regroups it for Nichols and now played in deep. Pioneers near side. Back into the Caledonia zone. Held out by Bultema. put in offsides, delayed offsides. Behind the net, Cal on the breakout. Boltema near side. Had the puck put back in the corner. Moore on the back wall, feeds it to the far corner for Mitchell. Mitchell sweeps it behind the net. Bryce Mitchell's got a lane. He gets pinched off at the blue line though. Mitchell pushes it ahead. Gets it in deep. Gorby pulls it out of the wall. Shot towards Finch and a save for the whistle. Cal with a line change. Mikkelsen, Sova, Esch up front. Moore and Quigley on defense. This one played out. Moore gets it with his feet, pushed ahead by the Pioneers. Pioneers on the far side. Off of Quigley's skates. Played into the corner. Quigley's there. Played it back behind the net for Evan Moore. Loose off his stick. Played up though by Mikkelsen. Sova clears it. Bouncing puck to neutral zone. Pioneers bring it back. Dumped in deep. Hogue settles it behind his goal. Ooh, a whiff on the pass. Pioneers with it. A centering pass knocked down. Played behind the net. Pioneers pass out to the point, near side. Brinker plays it back to the wall. Now Cal with a grip on it. Sova, Mikkelsen, picked off by the Pioneers at mid-ice. Dumped in deep on Hogue. Settles it for Moore. Moore carries behind the net. Pass up for Sova. Sova drives his way into the middle. Gets driven off the puck and the penalty arms up. Landon Moore puts a shot that's knocked down. Gets the rebound to Sova in the corner. Sova to the middle. And that's going to get touched up by the Pioneers. So Caledonia gets their first power play opportunity of the game. Going to the box for the Pioneers, Jake Goosens. On the hooking call. Drew Nichols on the dot. Mitchell out with him. Moore, Boltema, and Esch. Played out by the Eagles, knocked down by Esch, gets it to Moore at the point. Moore fumbles it, gets chipped out to neutral zone. Boltema collects. Boltema, good cycle with Esch. Esch carries through neutral. Esch, top of the zone. Esch, back to the middle, a backhand shot, save. East Grand Rapids with possession and dump deep. Evan Moore collects behind Hogue. Moore on the carry out, gets around one. Moore through mid-ice, skates his way through. Top of the zone, held in by Esch, but now dumped deep, and the Pioneers have a man loose. Played to the near side for Nichols. Nichols keeps possession. Pass in the middle, off the skates for Supak. Supak from the blue line dumped in deep, back off the back wall. Pioneers with a stick on it. Mikkelsen tried to tie it up in the corner. Out to the top of the zone, and it's one-on-one. Pioneers driving into the Caledonia zone. Good stick by Sova. As Trevor Bird had an opportunity there for a shorty. Gabe Supak carries it. Red line, had it taken off his stick at the blue. Sova bangs it deep. Cal has to check up on the delayed offsides. He's with it, and they'll send it length to the ice. Still on the penalty kill. Hogue settles it for Supak. 40 seconds left in the power play. Sova, cross-ice pass for Lewandowski. Ty Lewandowski pushes it ahead. Lewandowski down low, a backhand. Goes over the net, loose to Sova at the point. Over for Supak. Supak in towards net, and he scores! A chip-in goal by Landon Moore. Supak put it in, and Landon ramped it over the goaltender. And a power play goal with 7:10 left in the first. going to go over the leading scorers and point collectors. Refs talking about this at mid-ice for something. We'll see what the discussion's about. Might just be on the assists conversation, but anyway, Landon Moore, I left him off my list. He is just outside of the top leading scorers for Cal, but he's right up there with him. Harmon Esch, the leading scorer for Cal with 26 points, 14 goals, and 12 assists. Ethan Silva's right there with him on the goal total, but 3 less assists. Silva, 23 points, 14 goals. Lewandowski scored his 100th point last week, 100th career point with Caledonia varsity hockey. And he's got 22 points on the year, 12 goals, 10 assists. Nichols, Supak, and then Moore right after that. So I believe that's Landon's 11th point of the season. All right, here we go. So back to 5-on-5 hockey. Boltima, Gorby, Mitchell, Quigley, and Veliska, your skaters for Cal. Why not? Just scored. Gabe got the assist. Yeah, I drove it in and tipped in. Power play. Yeah, East has been putting good pressure on. Cal's starting to even it up. So, yeah, it's good. All right, puck played deep in the East GR zone. Pioneers out to neutral with it, chipped off the glass deep. Icing's waved off. Veliska with it. Up the wall, looking for Boltima instead. A shot from the Pioneers. Hogue got a blocker on it. Breakout, Mitchell, nice pass for Gorby. Gorby drives it ahead. Chase Gorby absorbs a hit, but Pioneers send another body in, and they'll clear. Oh no, at the blue line, picked off by Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen down for Esch, a shot, knocked down by Finch, and he dives out. And it covers it for the whistle. Getting testy down there. That was one of those risky plays, though. The goaltender dove out into the play to cover, which is his right, but it's right into traffic. Silva on the draw. Pioneers win it. The back wall, outlet far side, picked off by Esch. Taken away by the Pioneers. Now taken away by Silva, gets it to Esch. Esch hit, but gets right back up to hold the puck on the wall. Supak trying to hold it in, comes out to neutral. Mikkelsen gets it back in. Pioneers from the corner, now behind Finch to the far side. Pass into the neutral zone, picked off by Eitel. Sends it up the wall. Silva's got it, puts it in on Finch. Pioneers back to neutral. Supak over for Eitel. Eitel, patience. Now a cross-ice pass, knocked down by the Pioneers. They rush it back in. Cross-ice pass is knocked down, but the Pioneers keep it in. Now a drop pass, top of the zone to the near wall. Eitel and Lewandowski tie him up. In to help is Silva. Lewandowski has it. He takes a hit at the blue line. Puck played out to neutral, now back in the Caledonia zone. Supak's got it. Cross-ice pass for Lewandowski. Ty Lewandowski, red line, blue line, drives it into the wall. Landon Moore's there, wraps it around the net. Lewandowski's after it, far corner, played up by the Pioneers. Quigley back into the corner, behind the net, Landon Moore. Centers a pass, loose into the feet, and cleared to the wall. Pioneers, cross-ice near side. Driving in, Trevor Bird. Supak with a stick on it, takes it away. Up the wall, clears the zone, but the Pioneers put it right back in. Supak off the wall, Connects with Nichols. Drew Nichols. Taken away by the Pioneers. Dumped in, Supak settles. Sends it cross ice for Mitchell. Runs into some traffic. Carries it near side for Bultema, and he puts it in deep. Bird settles it for his defenders behind the net, far side. Pass, knocked down by Gorby. Pioneers will get it back. Now they've got some ice to move it into the neutral zone. Pinched into the wall by Gorby, loose into the Caledonia zone. Camden Quigley wraps around the goal. Now reverses course, had his stick lifted, puck loose. Pioneers, Quigley though takes it right back. And top of the zone, Pioneers. Now into the corner, Evan Moore behind the goal. Cycles it to the near side for Bultema. Pioneers hold it in. Gorby now clears. Icing is waved off. Mitchell after it. Pioneers wrapped around far side. Sova holds it in. He falls down though, so the Pioneers have some room. Mikkelsen pressures. Pioneers break out. Knocked down by Esch. Bouncing puck for Mikkelsen. William Mikkelsen. Denmark from the end line. Denmark far side. Now centers it off a Bird. A rebound goes behind the net. Pioneers, nice shifty defensive work there on the break. Backhand through mid-ice. Moore picks it off. Sends it over for Eitel. Eitel to Mikkelsen at mid-ice. William Mikkelsen brings it back in the zone. Patience towards the net. Mikkelsen in front, loose! Oh, and the puck went up in the air and came down. A high stick, looks like, was whistled on the play as the puck went through the air. Looked like it bounced behind Finch, but I think it was touched on a high stick by Caledonia, so that face-off will come down in the D zone. With 2:43 left in the first. Landon Moore gets Cal on the board, and we're still at 1-0 here with 2:43 left in the first. Nichols put the draw into the wall. Pioneers get it back. A shot goes wide of net. Far side point, puts it in the corner. Veliska plays it behind the net for Nichols. Nichols reverses course, gets it to Veliska in the corner. Veliska sends it back for Eitel. Eitel for Lewandowski. Lewandowski chipped in the middle, picked off by East GR. Nichols takes it back. Drew Nichols through some traffic, goes down. No call. Nichols now through mid-ice, gets it to Mitchell on the break-in. East GR defense holds the puck at the blue line, down dumps it in. Hogue. Supak behind his net, 2 minutes. Supak up for Lewandowski. Had it taken away. Lewandowski after it though, in to help Gorby. Loose into the middle, neutral zone, dump in by Moore. Pioneers behind their goal, Mitchell pressuring. Pass off of skates, bouncing puck, held in the zone, but now picked up by the Pioneers, driven forward and dumped in off of Hogue. Gabe Supak off the wall for Moore. Evan Moore finds a rolling puck, gets it up the wall for Bultema. Bultema's pass into the middle, picked off by the Pioneers, down low with it, and they score! Porter Brooks for East Grand Rapids gets the goal. A turnover high in the zone. And Brooks came sprinting into the zone, took control, settled it in the shooting lane, and put it low. So a big goal by the Pioneers here before the end of the first. 1:21 left on the clock. All tied at 1. Goal. Puck played neutral zone. Esch holding it. Mikkelsen kicked it ahead for Esch. Esch into the zone. Esch keeps control. Now a pass through the air. Caught by Sova. A shot into Mikkelsen. He caught it with the stick but couldn't get a shot. 1 minute left. Supak tracks it down in his own zone. Supak behind his goal, cycles it for Evan Moore. Moore, the freshman defender, comes out, gives it back to Supak. Supak back to Moore. Moore up for Sova, picked off by the Pioneers. Loose to Moore, Moore through the air into the Pioneer zone. Bouncing puck, icing is whistled. .31 seconds on the first period clock. Eitel behind Hogue. Outlet to Lewandowski. Lewandowski to Nichols. Nichols carries it ahead. Drew Nichols had it taken away. Loose to neutral zone. Eitel puts it in deep. Cal checks up on the delayed offsides. 10 seconds on the clock. Loose puck. Lewandowski chipped ahead by the Pioneers. 5 seconds. Pioneers skated to the middle. Dropped a pass, shot in on Hogue, a save. And that ends the first period. 1-1 your score. As always, thanks for watching on the Pass Shoot Score Network. We'll take about a 10-minute break as they clear the ice. And we'll be back with second period action at Patterson Ice Center.
Number 21, Alex Barnes would like to honor Mr. Harold. Mr. Harold teaches physics 9th and 12th grades. Alex says, I want to honor Mr. Harold because he has made learning physics enjoyable. His enthusiasm makes each class exciting, and I always look forward to it. He genuinely cares about his students and does everything he can to help them succeed. Number 7, Bryce Bjornson. We'd like to honor Mr. Bruce. Mr. Bruce, our high school custodian. Bryce goes on to say, I want to recognize Mr. Bruce for always bringing light and a positive mood into everyone's life each and every day. I always look forward to seeing him in the hallways and chatting with him about hockey or the newest sporting event. I don't think I've ever seen Bruce in a bad mood. The energy he brings each day encourages everyone around him and reminds us that no matter what, there's always something good to find. Bruce shows what it means to be kind, uplifting, and genuinely happy. His attitude makes our school a better place. There is so much to say about Bruce, but most importantly, I want to thank him for everything he does for our school and for always being someone students can count on for a good talk and a crisp high five. Number 6, Ethan Brinker would like to recognize Mr. Horrocks, AP Government. Ethan goes on to say, even though I've only known Mr. Horrocks for a few months, energy and support have made a real difference in my senior year, and I'm grateful for the positive influence it's had on me in such a short amount of time. Number 4, Jacob Wilson wants to honor Mrs. Wagonmaker. Physical education and health. Jacob says, I want to honor Mrs. Wagonmaker for several reasons. She has made a massive impact on me throughout my years at the high school. I appreciate the genuine relationship and care she has with every student at UGR. Her teaching ways and personality makes every class I've had with her more enjoyable and exciting. Every day I look forward to seeing Mrs. Wagonmaker. She has taught me about trust, loyalty, and what lies ahead. Thank you, Mrs. Wagonmaker, Wags, for everything that you do for the high school and all the support and feedback you have given me over the years. Number 13, Katie Gosens. We'd like to honor Mr. Harper, Social Studies. Katie goes on to say, I would like to recognize Mr. Harper because he's not only is a knowledgeable teacher, but also a very personable teacher. I appreciate
Yeah.
They made a run last year.
Yeah. They're the top-ranked UP team. I think it was their 4th loss.
You guys had a high police before that last year.
One and done. You guys are Division 2 up here?
Especially my parents, they don't give me like
All right, welcome back. Second period has begun. Oh, an early opportunity by the Pioneers. Sam Hogue there on the save. Face off in the Cal zone. Near side, held up by the Pioneers, kicked out, chipped ahead by Sova for Esch. Esch gets taken off the puck, but it goes loose to Mikkelsen. Down to help is Sova. East puts it through the air. Esch lays a big hit, loose for Supak. A shot is gloved by Finch for the save. Itel, Supak, Sova, Esch, and Mikkelsen. Face-off won by Cal. Played out by the Pioneers. Gabe Supak gives chase. Supak turns back to this near side, tried to chip it up the wall for Esch. Held up by the Pioneers. Supak digs it out, held in by the point, a shot in on Hogue, and he gloves that for the whistle. Drew Nichols comes out for Cal. Defensive zone pull. Quigley, Moore, Evan Moore on defense. Landon Moore on forward. Nichols and Lewandowski. Face off won by the Pioneers. A shot in on Hogue, and he gloves that. Face off, won by the Pioneers, played in deep, wrapped around. Oh, took a weird carom off the boards. Moore gets the loose puck, far corner. Evan Moore, pass long range, on the tape for Landon Moore. Landon carries it. Oh, Lewandowski went in just off sides. Face-off played at the blue line, picked up by Quigley. Moore, back to Quigley. Quigley across the red line, dumps it in deep, takes a hit by Bjornsson. Puck bounces off the back wall, and Finch will get a trapper on it. Cal gets some fresh legs out. Bultema, Osborne, Gorby, Supak, and Veliska. Tied up, East with possession, wrapped around the wall, far side. Pioneers, mid-ice, off a skate, back in their own zone. East with it, pass bounces through neutral zone. Pioneers play it ahead. From the blue line, deflected through the air, bounces off the back wall. Supak leaves it in the far corner for Veliska. Held up by the Pioneers. Bultema there, now puts it behind the net. Supak bounced it off the wall to the corner. Pioneers down on it. Now behind the net, Gorby. Gorby pulls it to the middle and turns the Jets on. Gorby, red line, blue line. Leaves it for Osborne, held in by Supak. Supak carries in down low from the corner. Plays it to the middle, played by Finch, off the goaltender loose, and he'll hold it for the whistle. Sov on the face-off, Esch, Quigley, Moore, and Mikkelsen. Puck loose in the corner, Sova centers it for Esch. Esch shoots, a save by Finch. Sova centers another one in on Finch, and he holds for the whistle. Harmon Esch, the leading goal scorer, point scorer for Cal. Esch and Sova both with 14 goals on the season. Played back into the neutral zone, chipped in off sides, delayed for the Pioneers. Esch on the near side. From the blue line, Mikkelsen tried to put a backhand into the zone, but instead it was deflected out into the player bench. So face-off comes outside the zone. Pioneers win. Pass into the mid-ice. Moore picks it off the wall. Played back by the Pioneers. Pass through the feet, taken away by Mikkelsen to Sova. Sova's pass to Esch, knocked down and dumped in to the corner by the Pioneers. Quigley around the wall for Mikkelsen. Mikkelsen sends it back for Evan Moore. Moore back around the wall for Mikkelsen, out to the point man. Pioneers into the corner, goes loose. Moore after it. Sova there to help. Now puck played behind the net. Camden Quigley on the near side. Quigley on the breakout. Now off the wall for Esch. Chipped back by the Pioneers. Dumped in. Evan Moore behind his goal. Now carries out. Moore through some traffic. Chipped ahead and icing's waved off. East tries to break it out. Got held up in the Zamdor, it looks like. Now a pass through mid-ice. Played into the Caledonia zone. Supak on the defensive pressure. Puck played behind the net. Eitel with a hack. Can't clear the zone. Dump back into the near side. Up the near wall for Landon Moore. Supak in to help. Driven into the corner by the Pioneers behind the net. Pioneers now on the end line to the far side corner. Eitel pressures. Pioneers with a shot that goes over. Supak collects the rebound. Up the wall for Landon Moore. Loose to the Pioneers. Supak intercepts. Now a cross ice dump in. Goes into the corner. Lewandowski after it, and that'll be covered by Finch. Gorby on the faceoff. Boltema, Mitchell, Supak, and Eitel. Pioneers clear it. Supak intercepts at the red line, dumps it in. Intercepted by East Grand Rapids. They'll break it in to the Caledonia zone on the far side. Eitel pushes play into the corner, taken by Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell turns the Jets on. Mitchell carries to the near side, tried to dump it in off an East GR stick. And the Pioneers break it back to neutral zone, and they've got a breakaway. In on hold, a shot, a save, and deflected up into the back net. Trevor Bird took the in-air pass into the glove, settled it for himself. Nice opportunity by the Pioneers. But an even better save by the goaltender, the senior, Sam Hogue. Sova on the face-off, wins it to Esch. Esch pushed around one, Harmon Esch after it. Esch, top of the zone, over for Sova. Sova, shot deflected into the near corner. Held up by Esch, Mikkelsen in to help. Puck played up through the air and bounces into the Caledonia zone. Zach Veliska after it, moves it over. Back to Veliska on the near side. Veliska, cross ice, Sova. Up for Mikkelsen, chipped in deep. Pioneers behind their net. Pressured by Mikkelsen. Sent to the far side. Pioneers behind the net. Nichols now on the ice. Pioneers through the air. Another one caught. Knocked down by the Pioneers. Carried in. A shot goes wide. This one will come out to neutral zone. Nichols punched in by Lewandowski. Pioneers take it back. Good stick there by Veliska. Shot save. Rebound cleared out by Caledonia. Played up to neutral zone. Lewandowski up for more. Knocked down. Pioneers with possession. Pass far side connects. Dumped in on Hogue, and he's going to freeze that and get a whistle. Drew Nichols on the faceoff. Landon Moore out with him. Ty Lewandowski, Supak, and Eitel. Eitel up the wall for Lewandowski, held in by the Pioneers. Eitel and Nichols mix it up on the wall. Pioneers hold it in, shot deflected, and cleared up by Caledonia. Loose puck for Drew Nichols. Nichols from there, Lewandowski. He's taken off his feet. Penalty arm is up. A delayed call comes out to the point for Eitel. Eitel to Supak. Hogue goes to the bench. Cal gets a sixth skater. Saved by Finch. Esch with it in the corner. Pressured. And the Pioneers will touch up. Caledonia will go on a power play. They cashed in the last time. A power play goal by Landon Moore. A trip call on Lewandowski. It was let me get the right number here. Porter Brooks, the defender, was a kind of just a hard play into the wall, but stick went in on Lewandowski's skates and sent him into the wall. Supak behind his net. Power play unit is out. Supak, Mikkelsen, Landon Moore, and Sova. There's Sova on the far side. Breaks it in. Passes over for Lewandowski just off his stick. Lewandowski top of the zone for Supak. A shot towards net deflected over. Played behind the net. Landon Moore cycles it back for Lewandowski. Lewandowski towards the middle. A shot that's deflected up into the net. Same five. Lewandowski, Landon Moore, Nichols. Sova, Supak, and Mikkelsen. Supak on the near point. Cycles it back to Lewandowski at the point. Supak at the wall. Supak, far side point for Sova. Back to Supak. Supak drives a shot, saved by Finch. Rebound, just over the net by Lewandowski. Lewandowski back to the point. Mikkelsen, or Sova to Mikkelsen. Had it taken off his stick. Supak holds it in the zone. Supak pass near side. Lewandowski, one-timer, just whiffed. Loose to Sova. Sova carries down low, a shot. Saved by Finch. Sova, far side wall. Cross ice pass off a skate, but right to Supak. A shot goes wide. Bounces out towards Finch. His stick goes flying, but he holds the puck for the whistle. .29 seconds left in the Cal power play. They're going to get some fresh legs out. Bultema comes out with Esch, Mitchell, Moore, and Drew Nichols. Drew Nichols on the dot. Loose to Esch. Esch back to Moore at the point. Moore over for Bultema. Bultema, a shot! Deflected over the net. Esch collects the loose puck. Esch, top of the zone. Over for Bultema. Bultema back to Moore. Bounces off his stick. He goes into the wall. Moore pulls it out. Moore dropped it for Esch. Esch down low. A shot in by Nichols, a save. Esch gets it back. Esch, a shot off the side of the net for post. Nichols gets it. East with the fifth skater. Back to Moore. Moore over for Bultema. Bultema, a shot saved by Finch into the corner. Trying to tie it up there is Mitchell. Pioneers play it behind the net. Nichols after it, along with Mitchell. Pioneers dig it out. Pass out of the zone. Evan Moore gives chase for Cal as Pioneers get some fresh legs. Moore turns, sends it to Mitchell. Mitchell carries in. Drop pass for Esch. Esch at the wall. Played into the corner for Mitchell. Mitchell gets crunched, stays on his feet. Pass out to the point. Bultema knocks it down. Pioneers clear it. And they've got a 3-on-1. Pioneers in on Moore, a shot, and saved by Hogue! What are you doing?
Side is which? Which students are
Cal.
those? Cal? That's East?
Oh, yeah. All right. So scrum in front of the net, no penalties called. Hogue with a beautiful save, 3-on-1. East set it up nicely, but Hogue there for the save. Chase Gorby on the faceoff. Osborne. Osborne out along with Burns, Eitel, and Supak. Eitel chases puck behind the net. Pressure in his pocket. Eitel carries out. Backhand flutters through the air. Icing arms up. That will cross for the whistle. What?
French warning.
Mikkelsen had it taken off his stick. Pioneers dump it in. Oh, Sova knocked it down. Still in the zone. Off the back wall for Supak, near side. Supak gets tied up. Pioneers pass into the middle, goes loose, and Mikkelsen picks it up. Mikkelsen's pass to mid-ice, knocked down, but kicks it ahead for Sova. Now dumped in deep behind Finch. Wraps around the wall to the near side. Dumped in by Mikkelsen, and that's going to be caught and held for the whistle. Face off by Sova, won by the Pioneers, sent through midair. After it, captured by Quigley and sent back to neutral zone. Esch gathers the puck. Quigley over for Moore. Pioneers keep it in the zone. Played by Mikkelsen. Oh, through the legs of Sova. Icing arms up. Waved off. East Grand Rapids has to play it out. High off the glass. Evan Moore at mid-ice. Chipped in. Covered by Finch for a face-off. 6:06 on the second period. 1-1, tight game, real tight. Next goal is going to be a big one. Landon Moore, Nichols, Lewandowski, Quigley, and Evan Moore. Puck played towards the middle, Pioneers on the breakout. Pass goes long into the Caledonia zone, and that's going to be whistled for the icing. Caledonia on the face-off. Drew Nichols, Landon Moore, Lewandowski, Quigley, and Moore. Shot in towards Finch, played by the Pioneers, wrapped hard around the wall. Pioneers carry it ahead. Into the zone is Goosens. Down low, Quigley ties him up. Quigley takes it away, into the corner. Quigley high off the wall. Held in the zone by the Pioneers. Now it rolls out. They bang it in on Hogue. Moore after the loose puck, far side. Sends it behind the net. Just saw the reach of Quigley, but Landon Moore is there. Pioneers from the wall now with possession. Pass back to the point. Back to the wall, wrapped all the way around to the far corner. Pioneers center a pass loose and picked up by Landon Moore. Now played back in by the Pioneers. Kicked ahead by Nichols. Nichols up through mid-ice, picked off by the Pioneers. Loose for Landon Moore. A backhand dumped in to the Caledonia zone. Evan Moore's there. Off the wall. Connects with Nichols. Nichols drives it in. Nichols, had it taken off his stick. And now the Pioneers. Brooks dumps it in deep from the red line. Quigley behind the net for Moore. Moore had it taken away by the Pioneers. Esch wraps it hard around the wall to the far side for Mikkelsen. Off the wall to neutral zone for Sova. Over for Esch. Off the body and deep into the corner. Esch, pressure, centers a pass out. Sova back for Mikkelsen, a shot loose in the crease, and they score! Harman Esch found it in the crease and slid it behind the goaltender Finch, and Cal takes the 2-1 lead. Great play. Esch brought it in. Sova came in to help, got it to Mikkelsen, got a shot on net. Esch crashed the net, went right through the crease. And put it in behind Finch. Esch with his 15th goal of the season. The senior from Lowell High School. With 4:35 left in the second. Pioneers win the draw, they dump it in. Veliska. Off the back wall for Supak. Supak off the wall, clears the zone. Pioneers defense get it. Put it back in a neutral zone, brought in. Cal couldn't clear the zone in time. So an offsides is whistled. Landon Moore, Nichols, Lewandowski up top, Supak and Veliska on defense. Bringing it in is Nichols. Nichols had it punched off his stick, and the Pioneers carry it back 2-on-2. Supak takes it away. Held in the zone, though. We'll get a whistle. Not sure what the call is.
Text me.
All right, good luck. What was the call there? Offsides or? Anyway, Offensive zone draw for the Pioneers. Gorby on the faceoff. Pioneers send it back to the near side point. Shot knocked down by Supak. Pioneers put it hard behind the net, chasing after it. Itel hard off the wall, bounces past a couple Pioneers. Loose puck played back by the Pioneers to neutral zone. Supak's got it for Caledonia off Bultema. Puck played back into the Pioneer zone, but they're able to get possession back. Neutral zone, Supak again. Back and forth they go. Dumped in by the Pioneers. Touched by Hogue for Itel. Itel's backhand near side for Supak. Supak has some ice to move it. Now sends a pass knocked down by the Pioneers. Itel's there to sweep it away. Clears the zone, looking for Mitchell. Mitchell gets around the defender. Puck into the Pioneer zone. They're able to out it off the glass. Now a rush off to the far side. Pressured by Itel, breaks up the play. Puck played back in. Hogue wraps it around his own net. Mitchell. And a penalty call on the Pioneers. Sam Hogue taken down behind the net. So that's the first penalty. We'll see if anything else is going to get called on the scrum afterwards. Bryce Bjornsson goes in for East. And it looks like Aiden Itel is going to go for Caledonia. So we're going to go 5-on-5. Okay, Itel comes out of the box. So it looks like Cal will get a power play out of this. So 5-on-4, Caledonia on the power play. Lewandowski, Supak, Landon Moore, Sova, and Mikkelsen. Looks like a clock correction. Here we are, ready on the power play. Supak bangs it in deep. Landon Moore behind the net. Pioneers with a stick on it high off the glass. Bounces past the defender, and East has a breakaway. In on Hogue. Lewandowski on the back check, a save by Hogue. And now cleared out by Supak. Supak through neutral zone, takes it wide. Tied up at the wall, keeps control. Supak, top of the zone. Pass over for Sova, a shot goes wide. Bouncing puck into the wall, Supak there. Puts it up into the air, glove down by Mikkelsen. Over for Sova. Sova puts it on net. Oh, that was knocked down by Mikkelsen. This is Landon Moore back for Supak. Supak for Lewandowski, another one-timer. Can't connect. Pioneers get a grip on it. Hard off the wall, Moore holds it at the blue line. This one will go through the air, out of the zone. Lewandowski picks up possession. Drives it in. Ty Lewandowski tries to drive his way through the defenders. Held up by Caledonia at the point position. Sova's shot knocked down. Pioneers now bang it deep. Icing waved off on the penalty kill. Harmon Esch behind the net. Esch out with Nichols, Mitchell, and Bultema. Esch up for Nichols. Nichols to Mitchell. Mitchell has to reel back. Now drives it forward, far side. Top of the zone, stops. Mitchell, oh, had his pass knocked down. Loose puck for Moore. Moore sends it back to Nichols. Nichols, cross ice. Long for Bultema, but put in deep. Bultema down into the corner. 25 seconds left in the power play. Esch over for Moore. Moore can't get a shot because we get a whistle as Bultema gets whistled for the interference call. So 4-on-4 for 20 seconds. And then East Grand Rapids goes on the power play for 1 minute and 40 seconds. Evan Moore, Lewandowski, Sova, or Quigley out on the 4-on-4. Pioneers send it cross ice, loose, dumped in deep. Hoag's gonna settle it. Gets it to Quigley. Quigley has it taken away by the Pioneers, loose on the side of the net. Now cleared out by Cal. Pioneers have it at mid-ice. Loose puck played by Lewandowski. Lewandowski dropped it. Quigley shot, loose on the side of the net, into the wall. Pioneers on a power play. Moore steps on the puck. Loose, Sova turns, plays it towards net. 1 minute left, less than a minute, 45 seconds left in the period. Pioneers break it out on the power play. Pressured by Lewandowski, through mid-ice, now to the far side. Pioneers trying to set something up, pass through the middle, comes all the way through, a shot in on Hoag, and he's got the trapper out ready for the stop. 32 seconds in the period. On the power play for East Grand Rapids, Bjornsson, Barnes, Goosens. Cal gets possession, dumps it deep. Finch plays it. First down there is Gorby. Finch gives it to a defender, now breaks it out, far side, loose in the middle. Gorby chips it back towards the Pioneers zone. Pioneers on the near side. Trevor Bird off the skate of Esch. Now dumped in, Supak's got possession, and he'll put one deep. 4 seconds, 3. And that will do it for second period. So Caledonia gets a big goal from the senior Harmon Esch. So they'll go into this little break. We'll clean the ice. They'll go into the locker room with a 2-1 lead as we take a break. Thanks for watching, as always, Pass, Shoot, Score Network. We'll be back live at Patterson Ice Arena for the third and final period. Is it? don't know why they took the penalty. Is it really?
Look at
Oh, yeah.
7:31.
Senior night. Better than 11 o'clock at night.
I'm not
Next Friday is going to be.
I'm not complaining.
Next Friday's a 8:45 start. I got fired. You can just do -10. Never mind. All right, third period has started. Pioneers win the opening draw. They're on a power play for another 40 seconds. Bjornsson top of the zone. Pass picked off by Lewandowski. On the tape for Sova. Sova down low. Try to feed it back to Lewandowski. Picked off by the Pioneers. 4-on-2 on the power play. Pass into the middle. A shot in on Hogue. Paddle into the wall. Lewandowski battles after it. Pioneers with possession, top of the zone. Now to the wall, Bjornsson passed on the doorstep, shot, save, Hogue, and they get the rebound. Pioneers cash in here to start the third to even this game at 2. So we'll go back to 5-on-5. Wasn't paying attention to the goal scorer. I'll get that in a second. Face off at mid-ice. Lewandowski after it. Tied up. Played in by the Pioneers. Eitel holds it up. Gets it to neutral. Pioneers get it back. Dump it in. Hogue stops it. Settles it for Supak. Supak out the far side. And some wet ice, but keeps possession. Supak had it taken away by the Pioneers. Try to put it off the glass at the scorebox. Instead, it chipped out of play. Ethan Sova on the faceoff. Mikkelsen, Esch, Evan Moore, and Quigley. Pioneers have it in their own zone. Pass up the far wall. Into the Caledonia zone it goes. After it, Evan Moore. Hogue gets it to Moore. Moore's roughed up behind the net. Puck loose. Pioneers have it in the corner. Pass out. Taken away by Esch. Esch drives it far side. He's got Mikkelsen with him. Chipped in. Mikkelsen after it in the corner. Centers it for Esch off a skate. Moore slides in at the wall. Played in towards net. Oh, couldn't get a shot off. Pioneers play it out. Pioneers from the blue line. Off the back wall and into the back net for the whistle. What are you doing? Mitchell, Boltema, Gorby, Quigley and Moore. Evan Moore off the back wall, far side. Mitchell after it, far wall. Centers it, picked off by the Pioneers. Boltema played to the far side. Quigley after it, retreats in his own zone. Over for Evan Moore. Moore's pass on the tape for Mitchell. Mitchell at the red line, chipped into the zone. Pioneers defenseman on the breakout far side. Through neutral zone to the near side. Dumped in deep. That was Levin. Back to the behind the net. Moore, Evan Moore carries out into the middle. Now pass near side on the tape for Bultema. Bultema chipped around the defender. Pioneers behind their net, hard off the wall. Breakout, far side. Knocked down at the blue line, dumped in by Gorby. And Caledonia gets some fresh legs on the ice. Mikkelsen in the zone with Sova, Esch, Veliska, and Supak. Pioneers in their own end. Pass near side, off the wall, 2-2 tie. Trevor Bird, pass all alone, down low, off the post. A shot in by Bjornsson, off the post. Veliska into the corner, tied up in the feet, moved around to the near side. Pioneers from the point position have to go into neutral zone. They D-to-D on the regroup in their own end. Pioneers now carry it out through neutral zone. Taken away by Esch. Esch to Sova. Sova drives in, shot over the net. Loose on the side, behind the net. Esch played through by the Pioneers. Veliska from the point position towards net. Loose in the feet. Sova backhand. Finch with a save into the corner. Sova, a shot off a player. Supak top of the zone. Supak down low. A shot goes wide. Lewandowski, loose puck, far side. Pioneers can clear it, but Supak takes possession. Supak will put it in deep. Finch settles it behind his net. Pioneers break out, picked off by Landon Moore, dumped in deep for Nichols. Nichols at the end line, centers it, goes all the way through. Supak at the point position. Supak, top of the zone, a shot, and that's gloved by the goaltender, Charlie Finch. Evan Moore and Quigley on defense, Lewandowski, Nichols, and Landon Moore up top. Nichols wins it to Lewandowski, shot knocked down into the wall. Pioneers into the corner, Nichols after the loose puck behind the net. Nichols into the corner. Nichols played in towards the middle, knocked down by the Pioneers. A dump in, icing arms up, and we'll bring it back for an offensive zone draw. Moore and Quigley stay out on offense. Gorby, Mitchell, and Bultema come out on the forwards. Bryce Mitchell on the faceoff. Pioneers win, carry it out, pass on the break-in. A shot in on Hogue, he paddles it into the near side wall. Pioneers into the corner, Moore. Pioneers send it back to the near side. Played out by Evan Moore. Moore, pass cross ice for Mitchell just behind him. Pioneers take it away, drive it in, far side. Pressure by Quigley, tried to carry it out in front. Evan Moore takes it away. Moore behind his own goal on the carryout. Up the far side, gets it off Mitchell's stick, played back by the Pioneers. Moore again, off the wall, Moore again with it. Now sends it to the near side, Bryce Mitchell after it. Pioneers there first. Rylan Bultema tries to clear, gets it out. Pioneers, Mitchell, Pioneers get it in their own zone on the regroup. Near side pass, picked off by Moore. In the zone on the delayed offsides, Pioneers carry it out. Pioneers get around one, through the middle. Pioneers down low, a shot, saved by Hogue. Rebound is cleared. Gabe Supak carries it ahead. Supak, cross ice pass on the tape for Esch. Esch plays it hard around behind the net. Finch plays it to the far corner. Knocked down by Mikkelsen, gets it to Supak, shot wide. Puck goes through the crease, and Quigley, or Itel, has to regroup in neutral zone. Gets it to Supak, carries it in the zone. Feels the pressure, gets it in low. Mikkelsen tried to center it, gets another one in front, and it goes all the way through. Supak with a shot off a skate and into the net. into the big net for the face-off in the offensive zone. Two to two, 11 minutes left in the game. Eitel, Supak, Lewandowski, Nichols, and Osborne. Nichols wins it to Lewandowski, a shot wide. Puck played in the far side wall. Cal holds it in. Tied up there. Puck dug out by Nichols. Chipped out to neutral zone. Eitel. Over for Veliska. Back to Eitel. Back to Veliska. Veliska brings back to the near side. Out of the zone. Played by Nichols. Nichols, pass over for Osborne in the zone. Pioneers clear it. Now they rush it. Cross the red line. A shot in on Hogue. He settles it. And he's going to cover it for the whistle. Gorby, Boltzmann, Mitchell up front, Veliska, and Eitel on defense. Or Quigley, that's Quigley behind the net. Punched through to the near side corner. Veliska with a big hit. Pioneers played into the corner. Played out to the middle, comes out into the feet. Boltzmann's got it, flicks it to neutral zone. Gorby races after it, and the Pioneers dump it back in. Veliska over for Quigley. Quigley dumps it in. Deflected, bouncing puck into Finch, and he's going to catch it and hold for a whistle. Eitel and Supak come out on defense. Esch, Mikkelsen, and Sova up front. 9:42 left in the third. Sova on the face-off. Sova gets it in the feet. Played in towards Finch, just wide. Loose puck near side. Pioneers up the wall with it. Up to neutral zone. Eitel stops it there, though. Now played by Mikkelsen. William Mikkelsen has it taken away by the Pioneers. Sova gets it back deep to Mikkelsen. To Sova, a shot and a save by Finch. Tight quarters there as Sova drove it to the post, and Finch is there for the save. Sova slides back into the face-off position. Pioneers win it in the corner, behind the net. Now they carry out near side. Oh, through the middle, loose puck. Mikkelsen with it. He shoots. Oh, Finch slid out of the crease to stop that. Pioneers carry the puck forward. Supak takes it away. Pioneers, though, battle in the corner. Supak wraps around. Pioneers there first. Pass into the middle, picked off by Esch. Harmon Esch off the wall for Supak, just out of his reach. And the icing whistle. Defensive zone draw. Gorby on the face-off. Lewandowski with a stick on it. Pioneers get it back. Played in towards Hogue. He gloves it for the whistle. Gorby, Lewandowski, Landon Moore up front. Evan Moore and Quigley on defense. Camden Quigley. Pioneers put another one towards Hogue. He deflects it into the corner. Quigley there. Quigley behind the net for Moore. Evan Moore. Moore carries back to the far side, loose off his stick. Landon Moore is there at the wall. Tied up in the skates, pushed back into the corner. Quigley. Quigley hard off the wall, held in by the point. Shot towards Hogue over the net. That comes all the way out of the zone on the near side. Dumped back in, held out off of Landonmore. Pioneers send it hard off the wall. Icing arm is up. Oh, they waved it off. Quigley behind his own goal, gets it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski to Moore. Loose in the danger zone, and we'll get a whistle as an East Grand Rapids skater goes into the net. Nichols, Mitchell, Boltima, Itel, and Supak. Supak clears, red line, dumps it in on Finch. He'll get a blocker on it, trapper on it, and we'll get a whistle. On the ice come Mikkelsen, Sova, and Esch. Sova on the draw, tied up. Mikkelsen banged it behind the net, takes it near side, tried to center it off a skate, up the near side wall. Esch into help, Pioneers move it out. They've got a 3-on-2 to the near side. Pass in the middle, nicely knocked down by Itel. Loose puck to the point man, back to the wall. Played in towards the middle. Pioneers with it, a shot in on Hogue, a save. Pioneers from behind the net, on the back net. Now it doesn't come off, and we'll get a whistle. Sova wins the draw in the corner, played behind the net by Itel. Pioneers play it back behind the net. Sova pressuring. Put a hit into the wall, frees it up for Supak. Supak off the near side, looking for Mikkelsen. Into the zone it goes. Mikkelsen sends it cross ice. Pioneers take possession. Cross ice pass goes long and deep for icing. .650 left in the third, all tied at 2. Evan Moore and Quigley on defense, Nichols, Lewandowski, and Landon Moore, your forwards. Face off won by Cal, Lewandowski's shot goes wide. Pioneers with possession, pass into mid-ice. Pioneers break it in the zone on the far side. Quigley sweeps it into the corner, Pioneers there. Quigley takes it away. Pioneers get some help. They carry it up the wall, pass back to the point position. A shot in on Hogue is saved and held for the whistle. He did. This all day. Face off. Played out by Caledonia. Ooh, off the skates, held in the zone. Lewandowski after it. Pioneers from the point position. Comes out to neutral zone. Played back in. Delayed offsides. Moore, cross-ice pass. Played in by the Pioneers. Nichols off the wall for Landon Moore. Pass over to Evan Moore. Chips it off the wall for Lewandowski. Lewandowski lost it in the feet. Pioneers pull it away. Mitchell carries it in. Pushes it to the middle. Glove comes off. Pioneers take possession on the near side. Moore with a stick on it. Gets it to Boltima. Boltima off the wall. Looking for Supak. Picked off by Boltima. Whiffed on a shot. Pioneers clear. Itel plays it back. Bultema had it go loose. Pioneers near side. Pass far side. Into the wall. Itel's there. Late offsides on the Pioneers. Bultema wisely pulls it back into his zone. Now hard off the near side wall. Pioneers with it. Played by Supak. High off the glass and deep in the Pioneers zone. Wrapped hard around the wall far side. Loose to the point. Itel shot knocked down into the corner. Gorby after it. Pioneers able to chip around. Good job by Supak to stop play. Pioneers move it in. Itel takes it away. Punched up the wall for Esch. Esch gets it to Bultema. Bultema across the red line. A shot in on the goaltender, and he'll hold for the whistle. Osborne, Mikkelsen, Sova, Quigley, and Evan Moore. 4:47 left in the third. Pioneers win the draw. They wrap it hard around the wall. They're looking for a break here. Quigley steps on the puck far side into the corner. Holds it on the far side, high off the glass, and into the player bench for a stoppage. Face off one by Cal. Sova. Hard around the wall for Mikkelsen. Picked off by the Pioneers. Into the corner. Centering pass. Picked off by Sova. Sova drives it ahead. Off the wall and deep. Finch settles it behind his net. Now sends it into the corner. Osborne collapses down on it. Pioneers take it behind their own goal. Outlet far side. Mikkelsen disrupts. Loosens it for Quigley. Quigley up the wall for Mikkelsen. Now Sova, hard off the wall and deep, and Cal will get a change. Pioneers on the breakout. Pass, knocked back in by Moore. Pioneers with possession. Cross ice pass picked off by Landon Moore. Landon took it into the middle. Sova, Lewandowski jumped the zone. And so we're blown for offside. Landon Moore, Lewandowski, Drew Nichols, Aiden Itel, and Gabe Supak. Pioneers win it. They'll carry it into the Caledonia zone. Shot in on Hogue. He gloves. Settles it for Supak. Supak's outlet picked off by the Pioneers. Nichols gets it. Landon Moore there, dumped in by the Pioneers. Itel on the near side. Now sends it back behind the goal for Supak. Supak high off the glass, looking for the glass instead. Goes off the wall, out of play. Crunch time. Supak, Sova, Esch. Shot in, deflected off the net. Itel, Supak, Esch, Mikkelsen, and Sova up front. Face off in the feet, trying to find it. Cal finds it. Mikkelsen carries out. He's got Sova. Over for Sova. Sova bouncing puck. Mikkelsen's trailing. He's got it. Put in the corner. Pioneers with possession. Hard off the glass. Itel can't bang it back in. But Esch is there. Harmon Esch. Puts it in deep. Esch hard after it in the corner. Esch behind the goal. Tried to feed it up the wall. to Eitel. Eitel shot wide. Lewandowski, far side wall. Pioneers clear the zone for Supak. Supak gets it to Lewandowski, chipped out of the zone by the Pioneers. Pioneers with possession, pass knocked down by Mitchell. Kept in the zone, Lewandowski's got it. Oh, he tried to feed a pass to Mitchell, goes all the way through to the corner. Pioneers carry it out on the far side with speed into the corner. A shot in on Hoag's deflected, glove down midair, bouncing puck in the shooting lane, and they score. The Pioneers punch it in on the rebound. Looks like Trevor Bird, the goal scorer for the Pioneers.
There's nothing holding it.
2:04 left in the third. Nichols, Lewandowski, Mitchell, Quigley, and more.
We're going to announce the 50-50 raffle ticket again. 5839781. That is 5839781. We have money down here.
.204 on the game clock. East with the 3-2 lead. Nichols, Lewandowski, Esch, Quigley, and Eitel. Loosen the feet. And a hand pass whistled. D-zone draw, tied up in the feet, chipped by Lewandowski, put in deep by the Pioneers. Supak in the far corner. Outlet picked off by the Pioneers. Quigley with the stick on it, pushed into the wall, gets it to Esch. Esch played it up, Pioneers there, jumped over his stick, Sova in. Sova down low with it, over for Lewandowski, goes all the way through into the corner. Pioneers send it out to neutral zone, Quigley's there. Chipped back for Supak. Supak played it, Pioneers back in, Supak gloved it down, Pioneers dump it in, 1:30 left in the period. Hoag gets it to Quigley, Quigley on the breakout, to Lewandowski, steps around one, Ty drives it in far side at the blue line, he's roughed up, and dumped back in deep. Hoag tried to make a move into the bench, it's got to come back into net, but an icing whistle. Hoag goes to the bench. Empty net on the Caledonia side. Cal wins the draw. Move back to the point. Supak rips the shot. Saved by Finch. Pioneers clear the zone, and they've got a man loose. A shot, and they score. East Grand Rapids, Trevor Bird with an empty netter with 54 seconds left. Makes this a 4-2 game. Loose puck played into the Pioneers' end. They bring it back into the Caledonia zone. Veliska chases. On the near side, Veliska drilled into the wall. Pioneers moving around the net. Veliska back on his feet. He's got the puck. Outlet for Mitchell. Settles it down. 33 seconds left. Moves into the middle. Bultema's after it. Bouncing puck. Bultema. Supak to Bultema. Bouncing puck. Dumped in deep. That is going to do it, folks. 15 on the clock. The East Grand Rapids Pioneers on senior night defend home ice and will leave with the victory here as we get an icing with 3 seconds left. Four to 2, the final. The Pioneers off to Livonia tomorrow. They'll play Livonia Stevenson High School, 8 p.m. game. Caledonia waits 7 days for their next game, a home game against the Byron Center Bulldogs. And that will do it. Final score from Patterson. 4-2 the final. East Grand Rapids, your winner tonight. As always, thanks for watching on the Pass Shoot Score Network. Thanks to Max for running camera as always. And hope everyone has a great weekend and extended weekend for the kids. They have Monday off. Thanks again. Pass Shoot Score Network. Have a great weekend.